Well, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me in my shop. Today is March 24th, and my cat has just appeared. And so as you can see, I have painted the front of this radio here. Take my cover off. Voila, so today is hopefully the last day this radio ends up back in its cabinet at the end of today, and we are listening to it play in its cabinet. That's the plan. So a couple challenges. I mentioned getting the lights on in the right place. That's not the biggest challenge in the world. Getting the speaker in, this is a challenge. So this speaker is really from another radio. It doesn't fit naturally into the radio cabinet behind me, so I'm going to have to figure out how to put it in. And the most important thing is making sure the speaker cord makes it all the way down to the plug on the speaker, which I'm not sure how to do this yet. Nope. That was Bert's brother, this guy down here, falling off my bench, or my table here. Okay, what a crazy situation. So I'm going to stop for a bit because these cats are in their state where they're just go nuts, and it's too nutsy in here. So I've just been putting some new lead wires onto the lights. So because the old wire was this stuff, and that's not very good, is it? No. So I cut this wire away. There are two wires. One of them I cut away underneath right close to the connection. The other one I just cut on top because it was convenient. The wire comes up through a hole and then heads up to the light over here actually. And I just cut it away above. That was a mistake. This piece of crappy wire, about this much of it, has been attached to one of the heater terminals to supply power to the light. It comes up through a hole, and then I just cut it just beyond the hole. I'm just about to replace this, and I looked at it, and there's a crack like this right at the hole. If you just move the wire a little bit, it'll short to the chassis. The whole time I've been working on this radio, that thing has just been hanging there, just waiting to short to the chassis, which would put the power transformer at a risk. And the way that would happen is I'd leave the radio on, leave the room to go drink some coffee, and when I come back in, she's roasted because of a short circuit that happened. So very lucky me. I really should have thought, when I saw this, I should have thought I got to cut this right back to the terminal, because look at it. Oh, lucky. Anyway, I've got the lights ready to go. I'm gonna install the wires and connect them back up, and that'll be that for the lights. There's a close-up of the situation I was talking about, where you can see the wire it's just ready to short right against the chassis there, and it's only because it's a very short run to the terminal here that's kept this wire steady, so it didn't actually move the fraction that it could have. Well, I hope this is the right wire. I thought it was pretty darn short. Pulled something out. Anyway, okay. Wow, what a mess this is. There it is. Okay. All the insulation's down here now. Okay, thought you'd get a kick out of seeing that. I'm just going to fish in the new wire there, and the lights are installed. Okay, so I have the two lights connected up now. You can see them there. And unfortunately, while I was doing that, actually I was putting tubes back in the radio, I discovered that the tube cap clip is gone. It's gone. So I don't know where it's gone to. It's gone somewhere around here on my bench. And did I draw attention at all to the fact that I actually did paint the back of this panel with some black paint? It's come out, well, it's way better than it was, that's for sure. It still looks a little mottled, but mottled. Okay, I'm going to have to find the grid cap, or what? Oh, one last thing too. So I've got incandescent lights back in here, well, just old 47 style lights. I think these are 47s. And you might say, well, why don't you put some LED lights in here, that's not a bad idea. I actually have some on order, which will be here tomorrow. But the point of these lights, and it literally is a point, the filament in these lights is a tiny spot. That's where the light is coming from, and that's what you have to line up with the edge of the glass, the actual filament. I don't know how to show it. The LED lights come with a frosted shell. They're kind of just generally casting light out. It's not quite the same thing. So I don't know if it'll send, photons down the glass to be to have the effect it has, like these bulbs will. So we'll find out. Or that'll be tomorrow when we find that out. Okay, so next thing on my project list is to get this speaker installed in the back, and I have to make sure, however I do it, this thing will reach, or I have to extend this. I really would rather not do that, so that's a little bit of tricky business there. My assistants have shown up again. So I've laid the radio down, it didn't fall over, and I've placed the speaker in it like this. So the radio's original baffle board is still here, and the speaker is gone. So this speaker has come with its own baffle board, but the speaker is not the right diameter to fit in the hole there. I have to make sure this is up near the top, and I have to make sure the cat is not in there. Come on. Oh, there, buddy. The board is just wide enough that the natural screw holes are going to miss the board below if I do it like that. I haven't got the speaker in the center, and I also need it up as high as I dare, because the wire is just barely long enough to plug it in. So, how about I can do is I can utilize these 3 holes. This one still has a screw in it I have to get out. And I can drill some new holes here, mounted like this. Now, is it going to fit? Is the wire going to fit? That. Let's see. Just to measure. That's from the plug to the back of the radio. From the plug to the back of the radio. So it's like an extra inch or 2 here. Wow, it is close. Should I put the radio in and check it directly, or just assume my little measurement there did the trick? Okay, well, I'll make a decision and do something. These cabinets are very, very well built. So with this one on the floor like this, we have a chance to take a close look at how they've constructed the cabinet itself. So I'm going to use my other camera here, which is a little shaky, and we're going to look at some of the details in the cabinet. First thing is, this thing is from 1941. I can't remember when it was from, but regardless, it's really old and it's solid still. And that's true of all these cabinets. They really stand up. A complicated shape here with all kinds of curves and stuff like that. When we look at the details, we'll start at the bottom here. This is just about, requires just about as much design as the radio itself. If you look at just all the shapes, the blocks, all the things that are rounded here. That's number 39. Come up here. Notice the radio board the radio sits on is on an angle. It's not straight. It's on a carefully done angle here. And look at the details up in this part. You see the glass is held in with a bracket here, a metal bracket. See, it's on its own board, screwed in place. And, oh, somebody else has come. You see it like these little pieces in here, all holding the curve in place. All these oddly shaped blocks. Look at them, all these different little shapes of wood here. It's very, very complicated. And I guess this was what the cabinet makers had developed their skills making cabinets. Then along came these radios, and they just took their cabinet making skills and switched them over to these cabinets. So even in behind here, it's really quite impressive. Take a look at this antenna strip here. There's a fan stock connector. Hook up the wire from the radio to here. And then this is the internal antenna here. Now, this is not cheap. This is a big piece of copper here. This is not a cheap thing to do. A cheap thing would be to just run a wire down here. Why did they choose this copper piece? Is it because it's low resistance, or is there something about the dimensions of it that make it a better antenna? Or are these false notions from back in the 40s? So this is the internal antenna. You didn't want to hook up an external antenna. You just used this metal bar. I've never experimented with a wire versus a metal bar, so I really don't know what to expect. Notice there's also the shop cap needs to investigate. Oh, brother is coming too. All day long this goes on while they're in their excited mode. Which they're not. Hey, no, don't dig in there. I think he's going after a spider web or something. Okay, so the speaker is in solid. Now we have to put the radio in the back. And no, don't get off the wire. A house that is full of wires everywhere. You look, there are wires hanging down in this shop, and the cats have their choice. Okay, you're not going to take up residence in here. Okay, this is not your new house. Not your new play area. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You think you're in charge, Mr. Human? Yeah. Okay, I think he's heading off to find out what his brother's up to now. He's got his ears up. He's got that walk, you know, that what's going on in here walk. Okay, I'll stand the radio up, put the chassis in it, and see if the wire's long enough to plug in the speaker. Getting close now. A little bit disappointing. I worked for a long time on these knobs to make them look nice, and they look like crap still. Oh my god. It looks to me like somebody applied wax to the knobs, and oh my god, I thought I had these were wet. When they're wet they look like new, but now they've dried out and all the crap is still there. Am I going to put these ugly knobs on that nice radio? Well, for now I will. Very disappointing because I put a lot of time into it. There it is, all ready to go, except there's a problem. The problem is I didn't put the pointer back on the radio. I got the whole thing together. Here's the pointer. Okay, I'll get the pointer in there. Okay, I think we're ready to give it a try, and I have to tell you that when I get to this stage in these projects, I get very, very nervous. I start perspiring and everything. So, radio's switched off. Let me turn the power on. We're going to feed it through the dim bulbs briefly, just to make sure. There we go. Nothing happened. Why nothing happening? Yeah, something did happen. The lights did not come on. Or did they come on? They did not come on. Well, this is a really bad sign. Something went wrong with the lights. Oh my gosh, what could that be? Well, let's just keep going here. So tone, volume, and the band we want to be on the broadcast band. I think I turned on. Let me just put this on full. Here, make sure the tubes are lighting. Yep. In case I shorted the light out. Don't seem to have. Come on, radio. Oh, I gotta push this button. Not a good sign. Light's not working, no sound coming out. There's a little bit of static. Oh, there we go. Something not right. Am I not on the all the way over? So this is why I'm always nervous when I do this, because almost always something is out of sorts when you put these together. I find anyway. Come on, radio. Did I not? Oh, yeah, I hooked up an antenna. Okay, there you go, man. All that work and there's nothing happening. I gotta turn it off. My concern is the lights didn't come on. I should have tested this on the bench probably. So the challenge now is I've gone and screwed the speaker into this cabinet. So the radio has to be right in this cabinet or right next to it to attach to the speaker. Okay, yeah, time for a little break here. I think about my next move, but I think I have to put this back up on the bench again. And, yeah, okay. That's a little bit of that's more disappointing than I expected, for sure. Jeepers. Yes, that's my assistant there. Hey, show him the other end. Show him the other end. Hey, show him the other end. What? Somebody saying something? There's the radio. Okay, so I don't have the speaker plugged in. I can still turn the radio on. It will heat. The heaters will come on, and the lights should come on. For some reason, they didn't. Don't do that. Don't do that until you start. So volume down anyway, and we will leave it on the dim bulbs here. The lights came on. What happened in there? They're awfully dull. Is that what happened? They're just really dull. So I'm firing this up with, what do we got here? We've got 109 volts. That's as bright as they are? That doesn't seem right, does it? That's not bright enough. So I do have these LED lights coming for tomorrow. And you know, you have to pull this chassis out to do these lights. Well, you don't have to, but it's tricky to do them in place when the cabinet's in. And why did no sound come out of it? But that's a hard one to deal with here on my bench with this speaker screwed in the cabinet. Well, I got to think about things again. What's the best thing to do at this point? Actually, you know what I can do here? What light bulbs are these? I just assumed they were 47s. They don't have 47 written on them. They say 1813. And what's this one? Which may be the same as a 47. Okay, so let's have some fun with the AI on my computer here.
Hey again, Jim. I'm here when you are.
Okay, I got a question about miniature light bulbs from old vacuum tube radios. Not a difficult question. I've got a bulb here, it has a number on it. It says GE1813 or 1813. Is that the same as a number 47?
The 1813 and the number 47 bulb are not the same. Both are miniature bulbs, but they have different specifications. The 1813 is a 28-volt bulb used primarily as an indicator lamp in various electronic equipment, while the 47 is a lower voltage, typically 6.3 volts, commonly used in older radios as a pilot or indicator light. They're not interchangeable, so you'll want to match the bulb to your specific needs.
That's great. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later.
Catch you later, Jim.
And now just to check, are you still listening? No, if you click the X in the right spot, it shuts off, as far as I know. If he's listening, he's not going to tell me now. So there we are. That's what happened. These are high voltage lights. Did I put those in there? I don't think I put those in there. Okay, 47. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow because I am short on 6.3 volt regular bulbs. We'll see what we can do with the other bulbs that are coming. Great, and I think I'm going to have to call it quits right here now because of that fact. So, not sure if I'll post this or wait till tomorrow and finish it off tomorrow. Well, you'll know if the video ends right now. Thanks for watching, but if it keeps going, thanks for watching.